So, hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Europa Universalis, for it has been a long time since I played this last myself. Of course, the previous series that I did was the commentated multiplayer series, but this one I'm actually going to play for myself. So, this is the new Manchu update, which dropped today. It includes a more detailed map of Northeast Asia, a rebalanced empire of China, missions for Japan, Korea, the Mongols, and the Manchurians, and then new events. Hey, Enigmatic Rose, hello! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Perfect timing, because I have literally just started. So, hello, welcome to you all. What was I saying? New, more detailed map of Northeast Asia, rebalanced empire of China, new missions for Japan, Korea, the Mongols, and the Manchurians, and then also new events and content dealing with the Korean internal strife. I would really like to play with the Koreans at some point, but I have a different idea because something very, very important has happened, and we are going to be playing over here. I very much want to see how East Asia changed with this update, and it looks like quite a lot of things have been made a little bit better. The Manchurian minor factions, for a start, are now more fragmented. Mongolia has more interactions with Ming. Ming should not be the humongous behemoth that it always is. They have a couple more mechanics which allows it to fragment into different ways than just complete implosion. So yeah, this should be interesting, but there is a new Japanese daimyo who I am the most interested in. I don't actually know where they are. Actually, yes I do. They're right here. Right there. These guys, I think. Is it these guys? Pretty sure it's these guys. Because that's Korea, right? Yeah, that's Korea. And that's Ryukyu. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's these guys. Daimyo of Ashikaga. Ashikaga, that's not right. Or is it? It's them. Okay, it is them. So, what are their ideas? So, traditions. Trade efficiency plus 10%, trade steering plus trade efficiency plus 10%, trade steering plus 20%, and then they also have the ambition, the yearly navy tradition. They have domestic trade power plus 25%. Whoa! Okay, so that means that centers of trade are going to be hugely important for them. Galley combat plus 10%, yearly naval tradition DK minus 1. So that combined with the ambition means they're going to have ridiculous levels of naval tradition. 20% morale of navies. Oh, hello. Privateering efficiency plus 20%. Diplomatic reputation plus 1. Naval force limit plus 25 and sailor maintenance minus 5. And then finally, just a straight up tech cost minus 5%. So looking pretty good, and we are a daimyo under the shogunate, so it's going to be very interesting whether we actually go for territorial acquisitions and stuff like that, because ultimately we're gonna need to. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work, so I'm very, very curious. Dude, when are they going to finally improve the Germans? I've been waiting for an improvement for going on years now. Germany is the next expansion. So this is the first update. They've basically taken a year off to fix all the problems that Europa Universalis had underneath it all. So, like the code under it all was apparently a massive mess. They've taken a year to fix all of that. The very first update, which encompasses a bunch of that stuff, and also just changes a few things that a lot of people were complaining about Ming and surrounding environs, is this update. And this is just a free patch. And then the next expansion, which is due January? I want to say it's early next year anyway. Is going to be the HRE, a HRE revamp. Unless they've redone trade nodes, the Japanese nodes hard to make much money from. Well, let's have a look. Nippon still the Japanese. I am not seeing any movement though. Huzzah! The Gooseman, thank you very much for the subscription. Very much appreciate that. Welcome to the Maudlings. And also Syndrin, thank you very much for the bits. Did someone go Bob Ross all over Japan? All of those new colours. Yeah, they've definitely recoloured this entire region, and it's looking pretty cool. Anyway, let's go and play some So. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Let's cancel that a second. I want to turn off things like historical factions because I hate them. Normal difficulty. I think everything else is going to be fine. Fantasy random new world. We'll leave that on rare. Could be interesting. Now we can play. I really dislike Lucky Nations. Yeah, that's why I kind of hesitated when I said January, because I don't actually know. Did they just say next year? I can't remember if they said a month. I was actually a bit surprised when they announced this was for September. 2 words, Japanese California. Well, it's feasible. Can you quit to the main menu without the game restarting? No. The reason the game restarts is because it needs to clear out the caches, otherwise things bug out. I don't think it's because of exploits, I think it's because of the bugs. Alright, so in name, the Empire of Japan is ruled by the Emperor Go-Hongzou no from Kyoto, the latest of a 2,000-year line of emperors. In practice, however, the government of the realm has been left to the shogun, nominally the emperor's deputy in military matters. In 1944, the shogunate is not what it once was, however. In 1441, the unpopular shogun Yoshinori was assassinated by the Akamatsu clan, starting a process of increasingly strong local lords. The Hoshikawa clan was one of the founding clans of the current shogunate and remains one of the most powerful families in Japan. They control more territory than any other clan and have great influence at court. Since the assassination of Yoshinori, the Yamana have come to absorb most of the territories previously held by the Akamatsu. Their rise has quickly made them a force to be reckoned with in western Japan, challenging the Hoshikawa dominance. The increasing grasp of central authority has also given rise to a marked increase in piracy and smuggling. This guy. That's me. With many small lords turning a blind eye or even encouraging raids into foreign waters. Others, such as the Uchi and the venerable Hoshikawa, would instead try to profit from the highly regulated foreign trade with these countries. At the turn of 1444, there is a conflict brewing between the Yamana and the Hoshikawa. For the time being, open conflict seems distant, but the great power and competing interests ensure that even a minor incident could spiral into a major conflict. Such a conflict might be what the smallest clans of the region, such as Amogo, Kono, Otomo, Shoni, Kikuchi, Ito, Shimazu, would need to advance their positions. Many of these clans have an old and honourable history, having held their dominion since the Kamakura period. We are Shinto, we have plus 10% morale of armies, we all have a level of isolationism, so we can choose whether we want to go open door or remain isolationist. And we are in the Eastern religion groups, including Theravada, Vajrayana, and Confucianism. We are a monarchy of a sort, although not really. Did I play this last when we had reforms? Or had the daimyos changed reforms? That might be a different thing. Not sure. East Asia is home to the Empire of Japan. Far from a United State, the island of Japan is divided into many constituent territories controlled by the local strongmen, the daimyo. The power of these daimyo does not in practice lie with the emperor, but his deputy, the shogun. We basically read this already. So I'm just going to go ahead and close it. Alright, so we start with a grand army of 2 Asian longbows, a magnificent fleet of 2 galleys, 2 transports, and a light ship. So we're going to select the light ship and send him off to protect trade, because we are not yet pirates, but we soon will be. And then these guys can basically stay together, and we're going to call you Battle Fleet. Like so. Who needs an honourable history when you have money? Exactly. Alright, so we are doing well with the treasury. We have too few rivals. Let's take a look at this. So it's the Kono, the Uchi, and the Shimazu. And this is always one of the interesting things. So the Shoni are there. These are the Uchi. And then the Shimazu are down here in the far, far south. I kind of like the idea of taking over this island. The more islands we can control, like if we take control of these 2 islands, we'll have a pretty decent power base, because nobody is going to get to us, because I very much intend to have the biggest, bestest fleet. So, who are going to be our competitors for naval affairs? Trade efficiency, that's me. I want to see theirs. No, we can't, can we? National unrest ship costs, they probably will. Trade efficiency, land force limits, and then Shimazu. Infantry combat ability, yearly army tradition decay. So Shimazu will probably be more difficult to take out. These guys will have the biggest fleet, and then that's going to suggest to me that these are probably the weakest. Now the other thing I need to consider is we have a development of 4. Development of 9, 9, 19. We are ever so we are ever so much smaller than the others. So with that in mind, I don't think if we stand a chance of taking them out. It's got to be Shoni. Do they all hate me? They have all rivaled us. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just going to do this in order. So we can go Uchi. Oh, I only needed to rival one. And I went for the big one. I should have gone for Shoni. Oh wait, that's Kono. Oh, okay. So I'm not actually... Shoni don't care about me. Who's Komo? Konto. What are they called? Kono. Kono is this guy. Why can't I rival you? You seem a lot closer to in power to me. 19 development versus 4, or a 7 development over here. Why am I rivals with the 17... Was it 19 development? Just remember, when it comes to navies, battleships won't beat the USA. You need carriers. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Where are the centres of trade here? Both of these are centres of trade. So that really... We do need to go after the Uchi. We need to try and do as much as we possibly can to undermine the Uchi. Okay. Now, I don't need to have another rival, so I don't particularly want to. Then, who are your rivals? Who can we make friends with? Yamana, Kikuchi, and me. Kikuchi and Yamana. Yamana are pretty big. So I feel like we should probably send you somebody to make friends. In fact, can I start by making any alliances? Kuchi and Ito. So the Kikuchi really like us, which is these guys. They are one of the smaller ones. They are friendly. Ito could become friendly. Kikuchi are stronger, however. But I think I'm going to hedge my bets. I think I'd quite like somebody like Hoshikawa. Although I suspect the Hoshikawa and Yamana are rivals. Yeah, they are. No real surprise there. Okay, we'll go with the Ito. I'm going to feel bad killing the Otomo. I had a really good time playing as the Otomo in Shogun Total War. This is going to be another Navy with a state playthrough, isn't it? I mean, when isn't it? It's the only way to play. Alright, let's go speed 3 initially. We do need to decide where the merchants are, so we do want to have a merchant collecting trade here. So the trade from Guren does feed into Nippon. So does the trade from Alaska by the looks of things. So I think that we do want to have a transfer trade power from here, which is, I guess, why Japan is often interested in Korea and Manchuria, because this feeds into Japan. Makes sense. Develop to get a force limit. No, I want to get technologies while they're cheap. Alright, onwards. Kikuchi accepted, can offer a military alliance. Good, good, good. And then the other one was going to be... I mean, we want to get Yamana. Why are you hostile? Can't even click on my island. Huzzah! Okay, so we are called Shimina. Good to know. That's really irritating. So Kikuchi we were already allied to. Ito, I think, wants an alliance. We'll improve relations with them. Oh. No, we're allied to each other's rivals. That's not going to work. Yamana we've already sent someone to. Who else doesn't like you? Hoshikawa and Yamana. I'm going to hedge my bets and try and get something with Hoshikawa as well. Royal marriage with you, absolutely. Humiliate rival against Uchi. Marriage, 215. Good military leader. Good, good, good. Now, I don't see any point in training my army, or keeping my army... Whoa, actually we could train. May as well. Let's get some more power. Why can't I drill? Because we have no general. Shall I make the Daimyo a general? May as well. I do have an heir. Right, let's actually take a look at our royal family here. So we have a 344 in charge with an heir 232. So my heir sucks. So actually what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put the heir in charge and maybe use him as kind of target practice or something. I don't know. We shall see. Have you always had music off? No, I think that this is from the days where I always streamed with music off. How's that? Yeah, so the last time I streamed Europa Universalis is, I think, like 3 years ago, which were the days when I did it with the music off because of copyright fears. That guy from California, thank you very much for the resubscription. Very much appreciate that. 16 months now. That is absolutely bonkers. 16 down, many more to go. 16 months, good grief. Thank you very, very much for that. Hey, Fred. And hello, everyone else. I'm very glad to see that there's something of a crowd of you here to watch today. See what's new in the EU4 update. Royal marriage with Shoni. Shoni were one of the ones that I was... Oh, hang on. Chance of him dying. Good. Oh, I am allied to Shoni. Then yes, I would like a royal marriage. Didn't even remember doing that. How many diplomatic relations do we have? 4. The heir, Shigemoto, breathes heavily. He's been lying in bed for 3 days now, and reflected on the beads of sweat on his forehead is the fear in his attendant's eyes for Shigemoto's life. Shigemoto may not make it through the night unless something is done. So we can pray for him, and he has a 75% chance of dying. Or we could send for the medicus. I will pray for him. Oh, what a shame. He dead. So I do not currently have an heir. We're 45, but we have a 25-year-old wife, so we should be alright. Then I'm going to put myself in charge, and hopefully not be used as target practice. And we are going to drill. We're probably one of the very, very few, if not only, Japanese factions that can actually just sit here and drill. Like, huzzah! You've got to get through my navy to get to me. After the Korean invasion of Tsushima in 1419, the So clan signed the Treaty of Gyuhei, in which trade with Korea was legitimized in return for the cessation of piracy. By controlling Japanese-Korean trade, the So clan enjoyed huge profits and became highly respected in the shogunate as specialists in Korean diplomacy. With the shogunate weakened, some now suggest the clan could return to the old tradition of piracy. The leader of the upstart pirates claims to be a reincarnation of the legendary pirate Akibutsu Matsura, who led a fleet of 500 ships to raid the Korean coast. It's a pirate's life for me. Oh, and I get new missions as well. Cool. So that means I'm no longer a daimyo, right? Right, I am now just a pirate republic. Well then, I should probably do something about this. Oh, I can't. Oh, I see. I can't raid Japan. I have to raid Korea and China. So, am I still a daimyo? I am still a daimyo. I'm a Pirate Republic daimyo. Interesting. Does that mean I can still become shogun or not? And even if I did, would I want to? %, raiding efficiency. Do it. Cha-ching! Money, money, money. It's so funny in a pirate's world. Okay, so I can go 2 away. So that was 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I can raid these 2. And Ryukyu. Oh, I could make life really, really irritating for Ryukyu. Oh, I do need more ships to raid. Okay, so what I should probably do is get all of you together. And then do that again. There we go. Now I'm raiding. That makes a lot more sense. There we go. It's 3 away, including your home port, so it's 2 away. So basically, if I split away from Japan, I can start raiding Japan. Isn't Shogun a different government type? Yeah, which is why I'm a little bit concerned if I do become Shogun, that they will take this away from me. I don't want this taken away from me. 54 ducats. Cha-ching! Why not ally Ryukyu? It's another island. We'll probably not expand into anytime soon. It gives like 6,000 extra troops and allied fleet. Or I could just take it, because it's not a daimyo. Or is it? Is it a daimyo? No, it's a tributary. I just need to wait until Ming is busy with something else, and then I can raid it. 1, 2. So that was into 1, 2. I can't reach Taiwan, I don't think. Unless, of course, I took Ryukyu, and then suddenly I can reach like the entire coast. This is really loud. Okay. Alright, let's head home. And I think we should probably start building more ships. Might be an idea. Possibly. Build another 4. Build me 4 galleys. Uchi, I'm trying to claim my land. So we definitely need to get our fleet up and running. And now I feel like I do need to train a general. Okay, so generals I'm going to name after subscribers again, so I'm just going to go and grab my subscriber list. And I'm just going to randomize them. Much like I did yesterday. As soon as I remember how to actually get that list. Probably don't need to do this every day, but it's fine. Right. Documents. Yeah. YouTube. Subscriber list. Open. Delete all of that. equals proper. Which will capitalize everything properly. Huzzah! Alright, so we have an appropriately Japanese sounding name as our first ruler. Siwu. Wow, you're terrible. Not really surprised though. Okay, let's remove that and remove that. Colinus has gifted a sub to Mike. Thank you very much for that, Colinus. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and Ice Mage resubbed as well. I am sorry, guys. Clearly I was getting too excited about the whole, you know, raiding thing. Ice Mage resubbing for 7 months. I'm very excited to play in Asia again with this update. It's one of my favourite places to play. Hopefully it becomes one of mine. Because I've always kind of thought Asia was a little bit boring. With the exception of Japan. But now, hopefully, Ming is more interactive and more interesting. More stuff will start to happen. Okay, so we are currently Buccaneers, and that does not seem set to change. Buccaneers are the ones with the Republican tradition. Okay. So what would it take to go after Ryukyu? Can't. Looks like Otomo is getting eaten up at the moment. So are they. I think I want to continue trying to focus on getting my alliances up and running before doing too much else. Hoshikawa, they're naval, aren't they? Infantry combat ability, galley combat ability, yes they are. Whereas the Yamana, national manpower and diplomatic reputation. I think Hoshikawa would be a better natural ally for me. And I suspect, quite strongly, that we'll be able to do this. Hakeyama and Tokugawa. Okay, decent allies. Did they expand Japan? No. They've just added this new daimyo, who is what I'm playing as, and they're a pirate republic, where they can become one, which we already have. We do have a lot of money, so I feel like we probably should get an advisor or two. Morale of navies, right there. 1 ducat a month. How much do we earn? 0.6. 0.16. So I think I'm actually going to go for discipline. Am I?